Guys, and welcome to another video related to qualifications. And today we're going to be discussing about the two qualifications. One is CFA on one hand, and we've got CMA on the other hand. Channel for the first time, then I would encourage you to subscribe the channel. It will be a source of encouragement for us to bring such content to you on a daily basis. On one hand, we've got a qualification which is very popular and is related to investments and finance. Specifically, when you're talking about CFA, we're talking about careers related to investment banking, equity research, portfolio management. On the other hand, we're talking about CMA, which is related to management accounting. Now, frequently I've seen that people don't understand what is management accounting, right? So they just are looking out for some qualification to add in their profile, but you need to understand what exactly is CMA, management accounting, compared to financial accounting. So you've got a CA, a chartered accountant, or a CPA who is responsible to making sure that a company is following certain tax regulations of a country, right? So that is basically financial accounting, and that is what majorly you see chartered accountants doing that on a daily basis, majorly the service which is provided, right? Management accounting is when we leave the regulation apart, and now we are involved in the business in helping the business to make decisions related to finance. We start from the perspective of duration, right? So if we look at CFA qualification on one hand, CFA takes about two and a half to 3 odd years to complete, whereas CMA would probably take you about a year if you were focused in clearing both the exams in the first attempt, right? No way does it suggest that it's easier. It's just that it's just got 2 exams. Out here with CFA, you've got about 3 levels, okay? So that's the duration. But if you look at the duration from the perspective of employability, then CFA level 1 itself tends to give you the job of 6 to 7 lakhs per annum, whereas CMA, or at least the candidate would be expected to complete both the levels, both the parts of CMA in order to actually get some decent jobs which are above 5 LPA. Now, if you talk about the value of the qualification overall, there is no question about the fact that the person who has done CFA is obviously a valuable qualification. It is a qualification which is well respected in India, and over the years we've seen the numbers of candidates who actually apply for CFA has increased immensely. Having said that, in India, CMA is not the first qualification which has come to India. In fact, there used to be a qualification called as CIMA, which is Chartered Institute of Management Accounting. But the reason why it did not work in India is because of mismanagement of the qualification. There were a lot of exemptions which are given. And I think that was the same reason why CMA became popular, because CMA was short. It was for 12 months. And jobs in the market, in my opinion, these are totally 2 different job markets, right? A CMA cannot obviously work or would not be preferred in investment banking field, because he would not have knowledge of a lot of content which an investment banker would be expected to know. But on the other hand, a CMA is a qualification which is focused on FP&A. But remember that you are competing against. Now, this is in no way saying that CMA is not valuable. All I'm saying is that you have to understand the same hierarchy which happens with financial accounting as well. Because in India, if you have to make a career in financial accounting or practice accounting in real, you're basically competing with CA. Right. In the same way, you've got chartered accountants also in FPA. If you look at the cost comparing CFA and CMA, I think the differential cost between CFA and CMA is pretty small. It would be somewhere around 1.5 lakhs. So CFA might be expensive by 1.5 lakhs if you're considering all the 3 levels. But if you're just looking at the first level itself, because CFA level 1 itself going to get a job, probably the difference is very small. How can you decide on each of these qualifications is, in my opinion, where is your interest? So if you are someone who did like accounting, but unfortunately you were not able to do something like a CA, and you still want to start working after your graduation into some form of accounting work more towards business, then CMA would be the right qualification for you. If you are someone who is absolutely doesn't like accounting, then I don't think so CMA would make more sense. You should do CFA level 1 at least to get into the job market. So that was a short comparison between CMA versus CFA, and both are very different qualifications, but I'll give you the gist. If you want to check out the details of each of this video, then you can check out a playlist. You'll find more detailed, structured videos on the syllabus and the exact content, how difficult is exam. And if you have any questions, then put your questions on the comment box. I'll be happy to answer, and see you again. Bye-bye.